So, who's your ideal client? These are things to think of. And when we go to this avatar checklist, you will be doing some work on this and you'll be pulling some of this information out of your own heads as well. So it's a case of thinking the gender. You might have a mixed gender. There might not be like a dominant gender within it. But if you look a bit deeper, there might be. Because if you think of this, a lot of the time we think of gender and particular people buying things. If you think of like socks and males' underwear, the advertiser actually doesn't advertise to males. The advertiser advertises to females, because who's the person who goes out and buys the things? The females. So it's really important to think who's the actual main gender, who's the decision maker for my ideal client here. So it said the things I mentioned before, so the ideal client, the marital status, even thinking about what things do they look at? Websites, interest, influencers, location, salary as well. It's important to know where's the salary number for individuals, especially if you've got a high ticket item that you're selling as well. To know where they are. Lifestyle, the home, car, kids, pets, personality as well. Especially if you're selling a service, because that's a very different thing, because people buy people. So you need to ensure that your personality is right, and that comes across as well in your avatar. It's like, you know what Stephen's like. He's, Marmite. He's, some people love him, some people hate him in his message, and he couldn't be completely different in his advertising or to his clients, and then they come to an actual event. If he was all prim and proper on his advertising, then they come to an event and he's absolutely swearing and doing all kinds and talking about wrapping cricket bats around people's asses, that's going to be have like a little bit of an impact, isn't it? If people are like, whoa, hang on a minute, what's this I've bought into? So if you're able to paint the picture of an individual, you can then get it nailed on as well. So we go back there to the goals and the values. So here, it's important to know someone's goals, but it's also important to know their values as well, because this is what drives people. So here's an example. Mr. Smith wants to increase his business. He wants to motivate his sales team, and he wants to scale his business as well. Now, if we look at his values, there's a certain way he wants to do it. So he's committed to providing value. He wants ethical sales approach, and he wants to be seen as an expert. So within that, the goals and values, you know that it's not just somebody going, I want to get as many sales as I possibly want, get people's asses over the line. I don't give a shit of whether they want it or not, just sell, sell, sell. That's completely against of what he wants from the service, what he wants to achieve. So if you know people's goals, what they want, but you know what's a no for them and what their values are, you're able to then go, are we the right fit? Are we able to do this? Especially if we're talking about a sales one here, really more so as an example of somebody going to a company and saying, I want you to increase my sales. Now, we're very much that way. We say we're very much like, okay, we want to increase sales, but there's a certain way we want to do it. So if we have people who are advertising for us externally, we're like, whoa, we don't just want anybody. It's not just about any client that comes across, because we're offering a service. So we want to add value, but at the same time, we want to make it not that people have been dragged over a line or been lied to in a certain way. So to know someone's goals and values is really important, because then you know whether you're able to achieve those things for them and what rubs them up the wrong way as well.